Olympic gold medalist Tom Pidcock has declared to the world that he wants to win all three of cycling's biggest disciplines, road, mountain, and cyclocross, all within the same year. Whoa, buddy, slow down. You've only just won your first rainbow stripes. Is Pidcock cocky for making such a bold statement, or does he know something about goal setting that we don't? I'm not quite sure, but he's definitely putting a lot of pressure on himself. There's definitely a mental component tied to the fact that he's not only set such a big goal, but has also declared it to the world. It all comes down to level of commitment. Imagine if he had only made this goal in his head. His commitment level would be pretty low. But let's say he wrote it down on a piece of paper. Now his commitment level has been notched up a bit. But by declaring it to the world, he has to be fully committed to this goal because now thousands of people are going to hold him accountable to it. Now his level of commitment is probably at its highest. In psychology, this could be referred to as the law of consistency. And it states that once we make a choice or take a stand, we will encounter personal and interpersonal pressure to behave consistently with that commitment. Make your goals public, and it takes the law of consistency to an even higher level. Researchers write, whenever one takes a stand that is visible to others, there arises a drive to maintain that stand in order to look like a consistent person. If you watched my Goals Explained video, you should be 150,000% convinced that goal setting improves performance. Here are just a few of my favorite quotes to sum it up for you. In this study, Locke and Latham write, goal-setting theory is among the most, if not the most, practical theory for increasing performance. My guy Matt Fitzgerald writes, goal-setting is an indispensable tool for maximizing performance. And Tom Hopkins writes, goals are the fuel in the furnace of achievement. Because don't forget,
it's all about performance. That's the name of the game.
If goal-setting is so beneficial, then there's no doubt that we should be doing it. But how exactly do we do it? In this video, I've got two key essentials to how to set good goals. The first and most important part of goal setting is clarity. For your goals to work the best, they must be crystal clear. In this study, Locke and Latham write, specific goals direct activity more effectively and reliably than vague or general goals. I can't tell you how many times I've had a conversation go something like this. So, what are your goals? I just want to get faster. Anything else? I'd also like to increase my power. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it, buddy. These generalized goals of just get better are not good goals, and they won't motivate you when difficult circumstances arise and you have to push through. These types of goals just don't have enough clarity. When a coach asks you the question, what are your goals? You should be able to generate a vivid image in your mind, and you should be able to visualize yourself accomplishing these goals. You can't exactly visualize just to get faster. Let's pretend that there are two imaginary riders. We'll call them Drew and Dylan. Drew has set a very clear goal of winning elite cyclocross nationals within 3 years. Dylan, on the other hand, has just made the obscure goal of just get faster. Who do you think is going to push through when difficult circumstances arise? Who do you think is going to make sure their daily workouts get completed no matter what? And who do you think is going to throw in the towel and just watch YouTube? Don't you have a kid? You're way too old to win a national championship, buddy. And besides, Dylan has over 100,000 followers, so he's definitely faster than you are. When your big goals are clear, they will even motivate you on a daily basis because you realize what your workouts and what your recovery and what your food and what the entire process is building towards. We've all seen the SMART acronym for setting goals. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. The whole point of this acronym is to help people set clear goals because that's the first step. Summary, the more clarity, the more effective. The next important aspect of goal setting is difficulty. You should set goals that are exceptionally difficult to accomplish. In this study, Locke writes, a second core aspect of Locke's goal-setting theory is that there is a linear relationship between degree of difficulty and performance. The only exception is when subjects reach the limits of their ability at high goal difficulty levels. In such cases, performance levels off. So basically, we should set goals that are difficult but not impossible. You have to at least have the potential to accomplish the goal for it to actually create some motivation and commitment. If all we did was create unrealistic, crazy, impossible goals, that would not be a very good strategy. We have to find this middle ground of difficult yet achievable. It could be summed up by this chart. Your performance will continue to increase as your goal difficulty also increases up to a certain point. Then it declines. At this point, you enter the realm of unrealistic. Looking at my personal goal of winning Elite Cyclocross Nationals, I've been close enough to this goal in the past that I do believe I can accomplish it. But at the same time, I realize it's going to take a lot of work on my part to make it actually happen. It's just realistic enough and just hard enough to where it kind of excites me and kind of scares me at the same time. I think that's how you know when you've got a good goal. Did you just do the Pidcock thing and declare your goal to the world? Because only like 100 people are going to watch this video, so I don't exactly think it's going to have the same effect.